Hi, in this video I am going to walk you through a complete mathematical problem and demonstrate how MathDisk can help you visualize and solve it. The problem we will be dealing with is how do we find the shortest distance between two skew lines in 3D. Before we proceed, let me show how our final solution is going to look like. As you can see, the 3D graph sheet shows two skew lines and the shortest distance between them. Now let us start. First, we have to create a 3D graph sheet by clicking on this icon. I need to create two skew lines. First, let us create 4 points that make up the endpoints of these two lines. When you click the 3D graph sheet, you get a toolbar like this. Now choose the point option. Let us create 4 points A, B, C, D. Let the first point A be approximately at -1, 1, -1. Let B approximately be at -1, 2, and 1. Let C be at 1, 0, -1, and let D be at 2, 1, 2. Since the y-axis is towards the screen, you may have to rotate the view in order to move the point to place it at its proper position. Now choose the line option to create two lines. Our problem is to find the shortest distance between these two lines. So we have to do some calculations to find that. In order to write mathematical expressions and do calculations, click this icon called expression block. When you click on this expression block, a different set of icons appear. Click the first icon. It is called computation expression. After this, click on this arrow. These 4 arrows help us to place the expressions in different order. For now, just click the down arrow button. You can write different sorts of mathematical expressions completely using natural math notation using this particular type of expression called computation expression. We will be making use of other options as we go. So you'll actually get the idea of which option to choose in different situations. For now, in the first expression, let us create a vector called P using points A and B. To create a vector, place the cursor next to the character and press Shift and right arrow. Now click on the bottom arrow again and create another expression called Q is equal to D minus C, where Q is again a vector. So just place the cursor next to the letter and press Shift right arrow. I also want to define another vector called R, which I will be using in the calculations. So R is equal to C minus A. Let us now discuss the math behind our problem. The distance between the two skew lines is shortest when the line connecting them is perpendicular to both the skew lines. In other words, the dot product between the shortest line and the direction vector of both the skew lines is 0. Using this, we can create two linear equations and solve for two parameters that will help us find the points on the skew lines. Since this video is more about how to use MathDisk features, I am not going to elaborate further on the theory behind the solution. So let me straight away define the coefficients of the linear equations. The coefficients are made up of dot products of different vectors, and now I am going to show how to define them and use in our calculations. Click the bottom arrow again and start writing expressions. Let A be P dot P. The dot operator is under vector symbols in the toolbar. You can also use the shortcut DOT, and for cross product you can actually use CORSS. Now let B be minus P dot Q. Similarly, let us define C, D, E, and F. Let us call the two parameters we have to find as U and V and solve them using matrix. Now click on the matrix option and choose solve matrix. Enter 2 as the number of unknowns. Replace the default values with A, B, C, D, E, and F and solve them for U and V. After this matrix statement, you can use these variables U and V in subsequent calculations. I'm going to use these parameters U and V to find the 2 points that make up the shortest distance. But I don't want to simply stop at calculating these points. I also want to draw these points on the 3D graph sheet. So instead of simple computation expressions, I'm going to use the 3D point plot expression. The 3D point plot expression has a small button next to it. This can be dragged and dropped on the 3D graph sheet to create a 3D point. Now let us write the expression. Let us call the point G, which is calculated as the starting point A plus U scalar multiplied by unit vector P. And similarly, the other point, let us call H, which can be calculated as H is equal to B plus V multiplied by unit vector Q. Drag the small icon and drop it on the 3D graph sheet. The 2 points are now ready. Now use this option to create a segment between these 2 points. This is the shortest distance between the 2 skew lines. Now in order to find the actual distance, let us do some calculation. So click on the computation expression and then click on the down arrow button. Let us write the expression d underscore distance is equal to g minus h. The g and h are actually the points that we just created, and you can use any variable you want. Just for the sake of clarity, I just put d underscore distance. Now drag and highlight this portion and use the mod symbol to find the distance between these 2 points like this. You can rotate the view and see it in different angles, change the points and see how the distance is recalculated. Okay, the most important thing is I have used the expressions exactly as you see in your college textbooks, including the way how matrix is used. I didn't bring any syntax specific to the software. Like this, you can visualize and solve many mathematical problems just by using this natural math notation. This example is slightly involved. In my next video, I will use a simpler problem and demonstrate other interesting features of MathDisk. So stay tuned. You can follow us on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you for watching.